Hello, Missladypetal here, and hello from Australia. This week I've had another tough week. It's like they say these things come in threes, and I've had three. Three stressful things happen in the last 3 weeks. It's over, completely over now. So yay for that. I'm feeling on a bit of a high this morning because the last of it ended last night, and I'm feeling incredibly relieved and much more relaxed, and and I just got to say, just sitting down doing some art this week has really helped me get through some of the tough times that have been going on, even when I didn't want to. Even when I was really anxious, and just, I think those of us that love being creative, we can have some additional tools at our disposal to actually be able to cope with things that come in our lives, and that was completely the case for me this week. So yay, art, yay. I have my first serious Crafty Crusaders blog coming out on the 8th of February. I will put the link to the blog. Subscribe. You get to see some amazing artists from all over Australia using some amazing products and teaching you how to do some great projects with those products. So I'm painting drinking glasses. That's my blog this week, and I'm sharing with you exactly how you do and don't use these paints, because of course as someone who's experimenting with things, sometimes we make mistakes, but it's always better for me to make the mistake than you to when you go out and buy the product. So I teach you what not to do and what to do to get a really successful outcome for your paints, and different ways that you can use them and implements you can use to apply them to your glass. So it's a good blog, so I'll put the link to the Crafty Crusaders blog in the description of this vlog, and go and subscribe. It's worth it. And it's free. Even better. Free. So I am this morning just sitting here doing some work in a letter journal. I got a Deb Wilson's letter journal yesterday. Can I just give a massive shout out to group 50 in the Krazy Island family letter journal group. The journals I've gotten so far have adhered to my edict for 2015 of light. They must be light. So we're looking at the challenges involved in posting things that are light. And I was actually really chuffed that when I received it, Deb, there was no happy mail in it, because you were really conscious of keeping the postage low for international postage. Good on you. As much as I love happy mail, the letter journal project should not cost a participant any more because they choose to include happy mail. So if we're making the effort to have these journals really, really light, then that should be also true that we don't make, if we're making all the effort to make the actual journals light, then we don't want to make our envelopes heavier with additional happy mail. Now if you want to include a few things and you've weighed it and it's under the minimum weight, put happy mail in. I always do. I weigh them, and then I add things to the envelope until I'm a couple of grams under the 50 grams for me, so that I've got a little bit of leeway in the calibration of my scales. And then if I'm really close already, I don't add a happy mail to it at all, because the main thing is the journal, not the happy mail. And I would rather send a separate envelope for this. It would cost me less to send 2 separate envelopes, one with happy mail, one with the letter journal, than it would be to go 1 gram over in that letter journal envelope. So yes, I don't recommend doing that at all. So I have been working in that this morning, and I'm very happy with the way that it's coming out. I'm playing a round with really thin copy paper, and I drew and painted, well, you know what? Oh, I can say what I did, but I'm not going to show you because, you know, it's a surprise. But I drew and painted an elf. And it was interesting just doing that whole process. And then I found some of the mediums that I used didn't like the copy paper, so I've gessoed the back of that page so that someone else's double spread can, you know, cope with the fact that I used just 1 or 2 products that went through the paper, but it's all done and fine. Just working on the collaborative pages at the moment. Only got it yesterday, so it was very therapeutic to sit down and do something that gorgeous last night. Finished it off a bit this morning. So yes, I am having a ball at the moment with all my blogs and teaching and taking classes. I'm doing Lifebook this year, and there's a couple of classes that I haven't really been that interested in, as not everything is for everyone, right? And because I'm doing so many other things, I download all of them, and I will go back eventually and do all of the classes. But during this year, because my schedule's so heavy, I just do what resonates with me at that moment. And if something doesn't resonate with me at that moment, I don't do it. So at the moment I'm working on the seeds lesson for Lifebook, and it got waylaid a bit because my pussycat, who I adore, jumped up on my table, and although my book was dry and I wasn't in the middle of painting at that time, I had a glass of water on the table. Now I went out and bought 3 IKEA sort of desk mats, taped them all together, have a massive great big long craft mat on my desk, and that saved everything except what was sitting on top of that. So an entire glass, entire glass of water, it was full, spilled all over my desk. I had very soggy Neo colour crayons that I had to dry out overnight because they started making colourful pools of water because they were soggy and just dissolving. And then my whole journal, this journal, which is looking, see how the pages are looking just that little bit curly? Yeah, a whole glass of water. But the book survived really well. I'm surprised that it survived that well, and the pages aren't even curlier than what they are. So that's really good. So I'm really glad that everything worked out with that, because of course we all have our trials and tribulations. So I was just saying with the Crafty Crusaders blog, it's only a blog, it's not a video for this first one, because I made a mistake with the way that I treated the paints. And my blog is all about how to use them correctly and the project and how I did it, but how to use them correctly and the rules for using those paints, because I made a mistake with that, being a new product to me, and I didn't have, I just didn't research it enough. I think I just jumped straight in because, you know, we're artists and we do these things. So the video is not great as far as telling you what to do, because I did the wrong thing. So there's no video. I decided to scrap it. There will be a video for the next blog, so that's pretty darn awesome. And I'm working on that project at the moment, but that's not due out till the 22nd of February, because I only have 2 blogs, 2 posts a month with Crafty Crusaders. So yes, now that we have our DT boxes and we have a lot of other things going on, I'm full steam ahead with all of that, and with journaling Crazy Island Style and Crazy Island University, and various challenges that we're doing with other great YouTube channels at the moment, like Andy Blazevich from Imperfect Impulses, and we will be having a upcoming challenge with Shannon Green from her channel, and I'm looking forward to that because Shannon always does some really awesome things on her channel and use some really awesome techniques, and we're going to do something along the lines of what she does, I'm thinking. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm kind of getting my thoughts together on that page at the moment. Yes, so watch out for that one. Where we do that challenge with Gina, Claudia and Shannon. That's coming up in the next few weeks or so. And I feel like I'm kind of wobbling. Do you get that? So, Confessions of an Art Journal Junkie. Ta-da! Confessions of an Art Journal Junkie. Can I say I have been particularly good this week and bought nothing. Nothing at all. Probably because I got my DT box last week and it was like massive. So, I don't feel the need to actually buy anything right now. At all. Not at all. So, I've been really good for at least 1 week. Just 1 week. We'll see. We'll see how I go next week. But yes, confessions, very short, no confessions to make. There we go. So I have, what else am I doing this week? It's been a lot of work, my Super Geek work. So we own a couple of Super Geek franchises, which is mobile IT. So anyone in Southeast Queensland and possibly in Sydney, Australia will know. And maybe have seen Super Geek vans driving around. Well, we own 2 franchises. And we have had a lot of, I've just had to get up to date with my books. I don't know if any of you out there have to do bookkeeping, but I tell you what, that is so not me. I'm a creative person, and unfortunately I am actually good at doing books, but no. I hate it, and it's horrible, and I've had to spend hours and hours and hours of doing that. So a lot of my art has been done at night this week. So I haven't been able to do a lot during the day. This is the first thing I've actually been able to do during the day, and I'm just talking. But today I'm going to tape my Technique Friday. And Technique Friday this week is all about cling wrap. Cling wrap. I know, right? It's going to be a shorter lesson, but there's heaps of things about cling wrap and how we can use it in our art. And because it's a kitchen product, you don't have to buy it. Like, yay! Even if you're a student or a kid and you're watching this, what's the bet you've got cling film or cling wrap in your kitchen drawer? Or your mum's kitchen drawer, yeah? So all of us have it, right? So how can we use that as a really cool tool to do really cool things? So you've got to watch this week's Technique Friday. And I think for me, I'll just give you some thoughts on stuff. Be kind to people. Everybody makes mistakes. I've made a few this week, and thankfully people have forgiven me. But it didn't look like it at first. It took a lot of work on my part to convince them I was truly sorry. And that happens to all of us at times. And I want to give a big shout out to those that forgive. Because in the last 3 weeks I've had to do a lot of forgiving for people that have hurt me, and then been on the other end of it for someone who hurt someone else recently. Completely unintended. And quite frankly, in that particular situation, if the person that I had hurt hadn't lied to me a lot and not told me some things, then it would have never occurred. So FYI, be honest with people, peeps. I'm an honest person, and people don't always appreciate honesty. They would rather you lie to them so that they don't feel bad. But with me, what you see is what you get. And I just want to give a great big shout out to those people that forgive, to those people that say they're sorry and don't always have to be right, and to all of you out there that have a lot of grace and mercy for people to stuff up because no one's perfect. And if we're all not perfect, then we're all prone to making mistakes. And then what gives it, what you know, like I then just make it a point not to judge others, because everybody makes mistakes and everybody can get the wrong idea about things and everybody can misinterpret things. And similarly, I like to believe the best in people. And so I am feeling great, because out of all of those stressful situations that have happened in the last 3 weeks, in every situation, the situation has been resolved and even gone on to be better. So there's your silver lining. Like, I find that it's worth it. It's worth it, because if I hurt someone, it's always unintentional. Like, always unintentional. If I say something that upsets people, it's always unintentional. It's not an intentional thing. I don't go around trying to hurt people. And I just really love those people that have grace for other people. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Because, yeah, look, this vlog for me is all about telling you about what's going on for me. And that's what's going on for me. And am I happy about that? Yes, I am. I'm happy about that. I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy that I feel like, oh, today is a new day. And the stresses of the last 3 weeks are gone. Just obliterated and blown away. And that is a great thing. And I'm amazed at the capacity of people to actually be so forgiving and generous. And I like to think I'm like that, but I love it in other people as well. Because I think sometimes when you're like that and it doesn't happen back to you, you can feel a bit ripped off. So my thought for everyone today, not only is it learn something new today, it keeps you young, but go out and be kind to yourself and to others, because it may just make their day, their week, or their month, or their year. So ciao for now from Missladypetal. I love you all.